Special thanks to JP for helping me out a ton with this theory. I'll let him start us off.
So, if I'm gonna get to the point, the Singularity is the string holding Save the World and Battle Royale's story together, and she might be technically the first thing you see in Save the World. Everyone knows about Ray, but I'm pretty sure that not all the Save the World players have made it to Canny Valley. But if you made it, and you have also made it to Act 2, you'll have to find a character named Desiree, who has relations with the character Vinderman. Desiree was somewhat responsible for Ray, and is very much responsible for Ray's voice. Desiree is whom Ray's name is based off of, but Desiree initially insists Ray is 17, further proving Fortnite is obsessed with the number 7.
Singularity is the secret skin from Season 9 that could be earned from collecting 90 Fortbytes. For several years, many players had strongly believed the theory that a member of the 7, named the Paradigm, was the Singularity. This was because Singularity and Paradigm had almost identical suit designs. This was debunked when Season 4 of Chapter 3 was released, showing that the Paradigm was actually designed after the actor Brie Larson. This plot hole will be explained later in the video. In 2021, Donald Mustard said Singularity was much more important to the ongoing storyline than we had thought. He also mentioned that Singularity wasn't her only name. Now, we might assume this could refer to Desiree. Oh, there they go again, saying someone is Singularity. I know, I've said it every time, but just hear me out. Desiree is Singularity. But how would that even work? I thought you said Singularity is the Cube Queen's daughter. Shh! Forget about that for now. First of all, look at them side by side. Their noses, their lips, their chins, their skin colors, and maybe even their eyebrows? The only big differences that I see are the eyelashes and questionable eye colors. But remember, one of them is a drawing and the other one is 3D. There ought to be some differences going from Save the World to Battle Royale. Now let's get into the specific stuff. Her jacket is teal and pink. Remind you of anything? Singularity's suit. Yes, the colors are a little bit different, but you can still label them as teal and pink. The colors are even notable to Vinderman. He uses the codename Teal and Pink for Ray's class. Desiree was also a good engineer and scientist. While fighting against the storm, she did a ton of research on rifts, which, unfortunately, led to a noble sacrifice.
Based on Desiree's final moments, we know she went into a rift with a bomb and presumably skedaddled out of there with no further contact with Ray. We are assuming, based on this, she was either skiddly dooed out of existence or survived and was skedaddled somewhere else.
Yeah, and the somewhere else would be the heart of Kevin the Cube. Allow me to elaborate, but we'll have to look at Vinderman first. Most people know the scientist was voiced by the same actor as Vinderman back when the Visitor tapes were made. I don't think this was just Epic Games throwing a random actor they had on hand into the booth, but intentional until the smooth transition to Joe McHale as the scientist. Vinderman is the scientist, and I don't think the change in voice actor affects this. Other than that, I do have evidence, but I have to rope another theory into this. A theory that has been shared among the community is that the Visitor is the original loop of the scientist, which is very well backed up by the scientist being confirmed to be the one talking in the Visitor tapes, and he presumably gave these tapes to the Visitor. When linking that in with what I just talked about, that would mean the Visitor is Vinderman, and it actually explains a lot. When Homebase was looking for Vinderman's work to help them win against the storm, they were met by an AI copy of him. The AI Vinderman only had scraps of Vinderman's knowledge and memories. He explains that Vinderman is probably dead, and he used a Singularity pulse bomb in a rift trying to defeat the storm. We never get confirmation he's dead. His plans just didn't work as intended. That'll be explained in just a moment, but first I want to cover how this connects to Desiree. Desiree decided to take inspiration from Vinderman, and she also created a Singularity pulse bomb, which would be the bomb she used in the rift. If you didn't already notice, it's literally called a Singularity pulse bomb. How could the connection to Singularity be any more clear? After that, she was flung into the heart of the storm invasion, which I'm pretty sure was the Cube. During the Canny Valley missions, we're asked to send a probe through a beta rift to see if a person would be needed to go with the bomb. It never sent a signal back, but it did sort of hit the target. Remember that first blow that happened to the Cube so suddenly during Fortnite? It seemed weird and unexpected. No one really knew why it happened. I think the probe caused that, which made way for Desiree and the Singularity pulse bomb to make the final blow. Now, where would have Desiree gone if she didn't die? the in-between, and then the Vault, which she was later recruited by the Imagined Order to protect. Quick reminder that it has been confirmed Singularity works for IO. Remember how IO dug up the Vault? Well, they were probably looking for the Vault and unintentionally found Singularity, who would clearly be a good asset for their operations, such as rebuilding Tilted Towers or helping with the mecha team leader. Now, I'll let JP continue with Vinderman.
Yes, 5th grade. The Visitor had just been released, and I, at the time an adamant Save the World viewer, too broke to get it myself, had typed up a theory that made 0 sense. But I'll try to fix it to make some sort of sense. Basic idea is that Vinderman had rifted from Save the World, and with the tech he had, made a suit, and used the meteor from Save the World to travel to the BR Island. This was actually super close to what happened.
Hopefully this works. Well, this doesn't seem right. Okay, maybe this rocket will work. Welp, what do I do now?
Sup? I genuinely had no clue what to type on this. And then my sister asked me to help her with Save the World. She's somehow still on the tutorial, and then the thought did a reverse skedaddle into my mind and it hit me. The rocket from Save the World is a Vinderman rocket, and the rocket from Season 4 of Chapter 1 is a Visitor rocket, and they are almost identical, other than the slight color differences including the purple stripe, checkered pattern, and black color scheme. This could just be Epic Games trying to reuse a model, but I'm not convinced. We know the Visitor is the original scientist. In Season X, a loading screen was released showing the Visitor looking at a mech. Who's a member of the 7 that has a mech armor? The scientist. This could be why the Singularity worked with Paradigm to build and pilot the mech, other than IO trying to click Ctrl-Z and skedaddle the island off the plane of existence. Paradigm might have been more chill with working with Singularity because of her past with Vinderman, and we very much know the Paradigm and Scientist have something going on.
I know some people were confused about why Singularity got a statue in a pilot's suit if she wasn't the pilot of the mecha, but this pretty much explains it. If Singularity saved us from the Cube, possibly the Fire King, and she protects the 0 point, it makes sense why she would be honored in that way. She also likely designed the sword that the mecha used to defeat the Devourer. Homebase is no stranger to melee weapons. Plus, that statue was there for the entire season, so it doesn't have to relate to the mecha team leader at all. Also, Desiree would need some sort of suit for the primitive rift work she was doing. During a Save the World mission, Desiree demonstrates to Ray a tenth of the inner rift's power, and just that rattled Ray's circuits. I'd also consider the information we have on Paradigm's armor. That armor, which was probably given to her by Singularity, managed to keep her alive in a stasis of some of the worst weather out there. So similar things could have happened with Singularity. Let's not forget scientist robot therapist Amy, though. The correlations between her, Ray, and the many robots Vinderman has built are quite remarkable. So we have a pretty good plotline.
Call the fire department. We just nuked the building.
Is this heaven?
Hey. You destroy the cube, you must be pretty smart. You should work for us.
I'm not sure.
We just do stuff like save reality, trust me.
Okay, sure.
Okay, you're just gonna be stuck here for the rest of your life, see ya.
Hey, wait, what do I even do in here?
Sounds like a skill issue to me, okay, bye. JK, there's this fire guy out here, we'll give you a statue if you help us.
Okay.
Oopsies, the town's got kinda hit by lava, if only we had someone who could help.
Are you kidding me? Fine.
Okay, we'll leave you alone now.
Finally.
JK, we need you to build something that can destroy the island's surface for us.
What? You literally just made me build a utopia.
Yeah, but there is a scary monster that could destroy the 0 point.
I have a better idea. Hey you. You know Dr. Vinderman, right?
You mean the visitor?
Yeah, sure. I used to know him. Can you pilot something to save the island for me?
But I don't want to help Io.
Honestly, it feels like it's just me working on this. I don't think it even counts as helping Io.
Fine.
Hey, wait, where are you going? Whatever.
This is awkward. Well, a member of my team is missing. Could you pilot a rocket for us?
You know what? Sure.
That's about all we have to say. Once again, huge thanks for JP for helping me out with this video. Bye-bye!